On Sunday, a 17-year-old boy cracked an egg on the back of the senator's head, prompting Anning to punch the teenager, an exchange that went viral. Donations are being sought for the boy's defense and to buy more eggs, reports said. Jacinda Ardern, who I can't tell you how much and how admirable this lady is proving to be, said he is a terrorist, he is a criminal, he is an extremist, but he will, when I speak, be nameless. About the Christchurch mosque shooter, she vowed never to utter the name of the twin mosque gunman to deprive him of the publicity he craved. And she is the first leader who's understood that correctly and done something about it. Takes me back to a number of times I've written about these kinds of events. One was when I was writing about the brothers Tsarnaev. And I was saying at that time, there is a very long tail in the world of 7 billion. And I said, put it a different way, there are many brothers Tsarnaev in this new 21st century of ours. And I was referencing my O-level textbook, L'Étranger, by Albert Camus. And in that book, Camus writes, the Byronic hero, and they think they are Byronic heroes, obviously they're not, incapable of love, or capable only of an impossible love, suffers endlessly, he is solitary, he is languid, his condition exhausts him. If he wants to feel alive, it must be in a terrible exaltation of a brief and destructive action. And I think you can apply that to most of these folks. Then jumping to January 2019, when I was writing about the events less than a few hundred meters from my office, Dusit, and I turned to Don DeLillo's book, Mao 2. I used to think it was possible for an artist to alter the inner life of the culture. Now bomb makers and gunmen have taken that territory. He continues, this catastrophic event changes the way we think and act, moment to moment, week to week. For unknown weeks and months to come and steely years, our world, parts of our world have crumbled into theirs, which means we're living in a place of danger and rage. Terror's response is a narrative that has been developing over the years, only now becoming inescapable. It is our lives and minds that are occupied now. The catastrophic event changes the way we think and act, moment to moment, week to week. For unknown weeks and months to come and steely years, our worlds, parts of our world, have crumbled into theirs, which means we're living in a place of danger and rage. And what she's doing there is think of what I've just read, Camus, DeLillo's Mao, and she's understood this component, the publicity, the desire for as many people to see what you've done, and she's basically snuffing it out. It's the first Western leader who sought to do something about this. It's really remarkable. Craig Cons tweeted the terrorist attack in New Zealand hits a nerve. The murderer carried out his crime against humanity in Christchurch. Ardern also warned social media companies over their role in spreading video of the attack, saying they are the publisher, not just the postman. That's a powerful sentence as well. And that took me back to September 2012. And this was, the events in reaction supposedly to a U.S. Religious figure burning the Quran. There was the attack on the embassy in Libya. And I asked, what are the consequences of this new 21st century madding crowd? A madding crowd which can be inflamed by a fellow with a camera and an account with YouTube. We're not going to mention this current fellow's name. And I said then there are plenty of flamethrowers in a population of 7 billion. Basile has shown that the 21st century equivalent of throwing the match is a camera and the knowledge of how to upload content onto YouTube. the consequences of throwing a match onto a tinderbox are entirely unpredictable by their nature. Those are my thoughts on that, and I really must commend the Prime Minister on the way she has conducted herself.